Well, over the last 24 hours, we got exactly what we discussed. We saw ADA surge and do well. Right now, we're on the verge of a potential breakout, which is always very exciting. And we're going to find out today whether we are, in fact, going to make this move or not. But what I do want to talk about is actually ADA being labeled a buy. This has actually been a very good thing, historically speaking. Do need to discuss that. Do want to take a look at institutional money because it's been kind of a wild start to the week, something we haven't seen in a while. And we do also need to discuss how things are stacking up on a leverage front, because right now we just need to make sure this doesn't push too far. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below, hit that subscribe button, that bell, it's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So if you guys haven't noticed, I'm pretty even keel right now. Yesterday was a great day, up 4.18% for ADA. That's a great sign, blowing past that 50-day moving average. And we did attack the top of our trend. Exactly what we talked about taking place. So we are, again, continuing to mimic what we've done time and time and time again. That's a great sign. Now it's a question of, can we create this extension like we've done historically speaking, like we did obviously back here in early August, like we did back here in early July. And we'll probably find that out as the day progresses. We're getting a little bit of red to start the day here in terms of ADA, just a little bit of profit taking, but I will say across the market, we're looking pretty good. BTC again did close above its 100-day moving average. That is a great sign for the market. And right now we're again trying to see if it's going to attack this 20-day moving average. Ethereum still just kind of struggling around that 20-day. This is the only thing that gives me just a little bit of pause right here, because this is usually a sign of whether alts are going to have some strength or not here. I will say the fact that it does keep bouncing off of this 4250 range is a very good sign. So that's promising nonetheless. And I will say that we got something very interesting in terms of institutional money to start the week, because remember, markets were closed for institutional players on Monday. So yesterday was the first day of the week, and we actually had $332 million worth of BTC inflows. This is actually the second largest day that we've seen since mid-July. So that is a very promising sign here. And it wasn't just BlackRock leading the way. Fidelity actually almost doubled what BlackRock bought yesterday. ARC21 actually bought about as much as BlackRock did. So some other players are actually stepping up and contributing to this. I will say on the Ethereum side, we actually had an outflow day. That has been few and far between as of late. In fact, when I'm looking at this, there's only been 8 outflow days in terms of Ethereum since the start of July. That's actually pretty significant when you think about it. Something I did want to mention here is that BlackRock is not unloading. That's a great sign. Fidelity did unload some Ethereum. So just something to watch as the week progresses. That's a little bit opposite of the trends that we have been seeing. Now, what I will say here is that Ollie Charts did post that according to the TD sequential indicator, ADA has been labeled a buy. And this has actually had some pretty good track record here. It's usually indicated some short-term bounces, sometimes start of longer-term extensions. So that's a really good sign here. Love to see it. Decent volume around the crypto market. Obviously, ADA still over $1 billion per day. That's a great sign here. And we look at the market in general, we're seeing $160 billion in trading volume over a 24-hour period. So we're seeing a lot of consistency throughout the space, kind of the things that we need to see in order for the market to take steps forward. Now, understand that today, not a whole lot going on. Not much in terms of data, not much in terms of news. Really, again, the back half of the week is when we're going to find out what we're going to be doing over the course of the weekend as we head into next week. Hopefully we get some positivity from that. And something I did want to say here is we are seeing shorts re-enter positions. They are trying to push the market down yet again. Right now, it is actually still in a pretty decent spot, a 3.5% imbalance to the short side. You guys can see open interest is actually increased by 2.2% over the last 24 hours. So they're trying to stack up and push the market down. The nice thing here is if we look across actually every single one of these time frames over the last 24 hours, it's actually been shorts getting wrecked for once. That's great here. Now, what I will say is we have a massive amount of short interest right at about 84 cents and up. Okay. So if ADA can push past 84 cents, we have the potential to create some exciting liquidations to the upside. Now, I'll play devil's advocate here for just a moment, because what we are seeing is long leverage chase ADA price up, and there is a bulk of leverage between 81.5 to 82 cents. So just note that long leverage is trying to push this just a little bit. And sometimes when we get those pushes and they get just a little bit too close and a little bit too thick, we can see retracements off of that. So just understand that we have the potential to, especially as we open up the day, because US money just seems to dump every single time we're opening up as of late, we have the potential to liquidate some of these longs before a potential move to the upside. I'm not saying that's the way that it has to happen for sure, but, you know, we just have seen some of these things historically speaking. When we look at the 1 week chart here in terms of ADA, the ADA heat map, you guys can see the short leverage is trying so hard to push the price down. Eventually, they're not going to be able to anymore. I think you've exhausted a lot of the sellers. I think that right now we're at the point where market's getting pretty prepped for an extension to the upside. So we'll just have to watch and wait and see how the day progresses. Again, I will say back half of the week is probably when we're going to see a lot of volatility. Jobs report has led to a lot of volatility in the charts. So that's all I got for you guys. Now, I did want to say this. I do want to hear from you guys, and I like hearing from you guys all the time. I want to hear if there are other things you guys want me to cover as well, whether that be other coins, other metrics, other pieces of data, or parts of infrastructure. You guys just let me know. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.